Good day, fine people. I hope you're well. My name is Nick. We're on the Commodore Amiga. We're going to be messing about with a game called Warzone, published by Paradox in 1986 in the USA, and I think it's by Prism Leisure in the rest of the world. Also come out in the Atari ST. It's just like a vertical scroller, shoot 'em up, avoid 'em up type thing. Not to get confused with Warzone, the same name game from Core in 1991, which is more like a run and gun, a bit like, I suppose, Mercs and Commando. This is a little bit different and probably the least popular of the two, so I'll need to review the other one at some point. So here we are, I'm in this white car. Yes, it does look pretty basic, and we must avoid everything. We can shoot the gun, but it's an avoid 'em up. I think that's bombs there as well. So the storyline is, try and do this properly. It's the year 2019. 2090. Let's get it right, Nick. There's been a nuclear holocaust as this jolly music plays after all nuclear holocausts. And apparently some warmonger has risen up with his bomb, his beta flux bomb, and we must get to him and blow him up and show him what's for. But anyway, so it doesn't feel like an Amiga game, does it? It feels like a Commodore 64 game, but nonetheless, there's fuel there also. Now, our fuel's running out. You can see down to about, well, on the right, they're down to 98. But every time we pick up those fuel, we will get more fuel. Hope this makes sense. Bash into anything and you blow up, and it's back to the beginning again. Although there are some save points, you don't have to start from the beginning. There's varied landscape as you go through here. So cities and, well, desert really. So if you had this one back in the day, please let me know in the comment section below, but you probably played the other Warzone from Core Design. Hooray! Right, here we go. Let's just see how good I can get. These reviews, as we all know, isn't about expert gameplay. It's about seeing how you would have got on with the game in your first or second go, and would there been enough there if you want to play it again. Now, I hope this come out on budget, because I wouldn't like to pay full price for the thing, because it is extremely basic. Boom! It's sort of like it feels like a cover disc release for free, doesn't it, rather than a real release. But anyway, Paradox in 1986. Don't really need fuel here because I've got lows. Lives free, bombs 1. Don't know quite how to release those, but I'm not doing too badly. And then I just blew up. Now, if you haven't subscribed already and you want to see more videos and the channel to continue, please consider subscribing, because it helps it grow, and well, it's the lifeblood of the whole thing, because there's a massive competition everywhere you look nowadays. So please consider subscribing, and big thank you to those who subscribed so far. There we have a live stream at least once a week, or that's the aim, and we mess about, and it's all about stress busting and playing the games that they're supposed to be played as kids, just well, not necessarily doing everything correctly. Oh, this is a new bit. I'm not doing too bad. I think the game just scrolls on forever. Well, until you get to the end. So not forever then. It's Warzone, not to get confused with Boyzone, the boy band, or Woman Zone, the magazine. So be careful not to confuse it with those two. Imagine if you was a kid and said, I want Warzone for Christmas, and they brought you a copy of Woman Zone. You wouldn't have liked that, would you? I can see there would have been a bit of confusion back in the day. Mind you, this Warzone came out in 1986. The Warzone from Core Design came out in 1991. So I've died. I'll have a few more goes on this. Don't know any cheats to get further. So it's just about me on my own skills. Oh dearie me. Oh dearie me. If you want to see other Amiga games we've reviewed, coming up to 500 at time of recording, then click on my username. Then there'll be the playlist tab. And then be Amiga there along with other systems, and you're bound to find some games that you had back in the day and a lot that you didn't have. Quite a few ropey Amiga games were about, but there were some absolute beauties, and we've still got a few beauties to come. Let's pick up those bombs. So it's us against the warmonger and his mighty beta flux bomb in the year 2090. If you're watching this in the year 2019, you've still got electricity, then comment below, or maybe something's overtaken from electricity that is yet to be invented in this time, 2022. If you're talking from the future, watch from the future, comment anyway, because you'll be nearer to 2090 than I am now. Let's go through this river thing. It's a very small thing we're controlling here, but that helps. I would like it to scroll like horizontally as well, but mainly it's just a vertical affair. It's just gradually going upwards. Now if you hang about and the screen catches up with you, you will die. And if you bump into the enemies, you will also die. So a shoot 'em up, avoid 'em up type affair. can't think of too many others like that. Put your favourite one of those below. There's basic games on the ZX Spectrum called Splat, which is sort of like it, but you're a spider avoiding all directions, if you know what I mean. If you know what I mean. Very, very basic. 1986. Well, I suppose it's quite an early Commodore Amiga game, isn't it? 1986. It's one of the earliest games that come out. So I'll have to let it off a little bit for that. Games would have started off basic first of all, as they do with all systems, until the coders learn how to get the best out of them. They gradually get better, and now near the end of the console, the computers run, they're generally getting absolutely amazing stuff out of it. And that's to be said with the homebrews coming out on the ZX Spectrum now, where they're getting miles more out of it than you expect ever that was ever possible. Hooray to them! If you've completed this, let me know what's your longest ever go. I don't think too many people would have played this game. I don't think so. I don't recall ever seeing it in any magazines at all. But that's the beauty of this channel. The longer it goes, the more of these sort of games we'll uncover as we try and attempt, which is impossible, to review everything ever, apart from the rude stuff. We don't review the rude stuff because this is a PG channel. There's no swearing here, so if you want to watch it with your kids, that's absolutely fine. You won't have to worry about that. Watch those Grand Theft Auto videos that went up for a while. The people swear in the background, that's not my fault. Kaboom! Right, let's blast forward. That's not anything against sweary channels, it's just the style of this channel isn't a sweary channel. There we go, good. There's room for everyone. Well, is there? Well, in bulk. There's thousands of people being retro gaming, so I'm glad you clicked on this one. So a big hello to you. You are brilliant. My gameplay isn't brilliant though. It's always dodgy gameplay and nonsense chat. Well, nonsense chat and dodgy gameplay. There's not too much between the two. Let's have one last go for luck. And this is the time I actually beat the whole thing. No brutality. It says in the scoreboard. I think that's my score. Don't need to shoot everything. Just avoid everything. Probably a way, I've gone past that bomb now, it's probably a way of releasing that somehow. I've been holding down the fire button, that hasn't been working too much. There's no random here, the enemy's always moving the same way, so literally the more goes you have on the thing, it's a bit like Groundhog Day I suppose, the more chance you've got of completing it and doing something different than you did the last time. So you live and you learn, and then you die and forget it all. If you have died and forgotten it all, then comment below in the comments section. Remember to pick up your fuel. Now, I suppose the fuel aspect is going to get a bit more urgent the further you get into the thing. As a kid, I would have played, for 1986, I would have played this quite a bit, basically as it looks now. It hasn't aged particularly well, but in 1986 I would have gone back to it and played it quite a bit because it's got the addictiveness of where you've got so far. With modern day emulation save states, you can always save it at a certain point and maybe get a little bit further. So you can create your own save points, can't you, rather than the in-game checkpoint, so to speak. This music is a little bit jolly though for 2090, where a nuclear holocaust has destroyed most of humanity. It's okay though. It's not as jolly as some tunes I've seen that's a mismatch for war type affairs. So yeah. Boom. Right, okay, but the Amiga was to develop much more advanced and accomplished games than this one, that is for sure. But if you just got an Amiga and upgraded from a Commodore 64, this would have been quite nice, and the music would have been good comparison. I got stuck on the scenery there. Don't get stuck on the scenery, both in the game and in real life as well. Oh, how the Commodore Amiga! Now, a lot of you that watch this have now got your Amiga Mini systems that recently come out. The games tend to work pretty good on those. The odd one doesn't seem to load from what I've seen in some sort of like comments every now and again, but I suppose it's just a I don't know, configuration thing with some of them, but it works like a normal Commodore Amiga, I believe. I don't own one, bit expensive for my blood, because I'm on a budget. Yes. Always. All the money generated on this channel gets ploughed back into the channel. So there we go. That makes tax easy. In and out. Boom. We're driving round, folks. The aim is to, well, the aim has always been, although I've had a couple of attempts to try and make the channel full time. It might happen, it might not, but let's not stress it. We've got a good community here, gradually growing. So big hello to you, and big thank you to you. Spread the love, help everyone, defeat stress, and we'll go back in a warm, fuzzy nostalgia world and a break from reality. There. Great stuff. Right, is this the furthest I've got? No. Oh, I clipped the edge of that helicopter somehow. Oh, looks like we've been kaboomed again. You know, is it time for another go? Yeah, I know I said the last one was my last go, but this is definitely my last go. Aim the reviews to be about 10 minutes. Occasionally we go over, so I think I might have just gone over now. I can't quite tell. I think I might have done. But anyway, this is the one. This is the one. So basic as it is pretty addictive stuff. Why would you track this down now? I don't know. Maybe from a historic point of view. Let's go. I would have liked an option to change the colour of the car. That would have been nice and quite easy to do. Maybe on some sort of like better title screen. So that the presentation, the front end isn't particularly great. They could have given you a bit more there. Maybe a few extra weapons here and there. Maybe that happens later on, but I guess it doesn't. Moves slow enough, but this is 16-bit territory, folks. Remember that. Right, there's a red car there. It's moving somehow diagonally with diagonal wheels. I don't know who's flying this ship. Well, it's driving the ship, really. Yeah, compare it with like Swiv and all those sort of stuff. It's a rather pedestrian game. Anyway, it suits me. My reflexes aren't particularly super. I think I'm going to get stuck in the corner here. He's stuck in the corner time after time. Oh dear. Oh, that's it. Kaboom. Oh no. What kind of world are we living in when the scenery can catch you up and blow up your car? I'd hate to be caught in a traffic jam in this world, that's for sure. Maybe it's some amazing sunburst or some static energy coming at us. So it's like a Mad Max utopia. That's why we need to collect fuel every now and again. Don't know what these red things are. Well, I know that if you touch them, you're dead. So don't touch them. Looking like some strange pox across the land. Good that this fuel is left here every now and again, though. If you know how to release these bombs I've got, it says bomb 01. If you know how to release them, let me know. But I've got a funny feeling you maybe save them for the end of the level warmonger boss person. If there is a massive end of level boss, it might be a bit of a cop out. And then deactivate his beta flux bomb. Beta flux bomb. Not an alpha flux bomb, not a delta flux bomb. It's a beta flux bomb. It sounds a bit like something you put in the bath. That'll be. I don't think any warmonger's going to get anywhere too far with a bath bomb, is he? Yes, well, I think we'll leave it there. So you pretty much know what I think about the game. It's pretty basic, but it's okay. For 1986, had addictivity, and it's acceptable there. But check out the other Warzone, which I haven't reviewed yet, from Core in 1991. So hope you liked having a look at that one. That was Warzone on the Commodore Amiga, published by Paradox in 1986 in the USA, and Prism Leisure in the rest of the world. Got any comments about this game, similar games, or anything retro, then please put that below. You're always more than welcome. Until next time, take great care of yourself, and a very fond goodbye.
Goodbye.